Head coach Tim Kirby here after a 66-49 win over Henderson State tonight. Coach, only six girls saw the court tonight because of injuries. Talk about how that played a big part in the win.
Well, I thought everybody showed up to play. We had a good look on our face from the start. It's probably the best defensive effort we've had this year in the first half. I mean, we held them to 18 points. And they've got a really talented team that can beat you in a lot of different ways, especially off the dribble. And we did a good job staying in front of them, limiting them to one shot. But holding them to 18 was a huge part of how the game ended up. I mean, I think they kind of got on a roll there a couple of minutes in the second half that they were getting some second shots, but I thought we did a good job of, for the most part, limiting them to one and making stops.
Sherilyn with 20 points, and then Montana Lewis added 16. Talk about those two players and how they stepped up tonight.
They did. They were looking for their shot a little bit, and Sherilyn said that she felt like she needed to start taking some of the open looks that she was getting. And she's played a lot of games where she's had one or two attempts, and shooting is what she does best. I mean, she's a really good shooter, and she got some good looks tonight. She made some great hustle plays, though, and it's kind of interesting when people have good offensive nights. They're usually really alert on the other end too, and start making plays there. And it kind of goes together, and sometimes you forget that part of it. But she was really doing a good job on the defensive end, covering a couple of their quick guards, and she made a huge play in the first half. They had a 3-on-1, and she gets the steal. And I think that just that play in itself probably turned the flow of the game, because it could have gone the other way if they had finished that play. So I liked her energy level, and she did a great job for us tonight.
Then moving on into the season, as injuries have kind of been a problem for the Lady Bisons, what sort of things do you look to improve maybe as the next game or as the season continues?
You don't ever like to see anyone get hurt, and especially if it's a senior, losing them at that point of their career. So we're, as a team, we're hurting for those girls, and the amount of time and energy that they put into it, you just hate to see someone get hurt. As far as how we're going to handle it, we're not going to do anything different other than we got to play hard. I mean, we've talked about toughness from the first day of school this year and through our fall workouts, and we talk about it daily, just getting tougher. We start 3 freshmen, and they're starting to figure it out a little bit. They have loosened up, I think, in the last 4 games. I'm really pleased with the effort and just the mentality that they've had. So as far as the way we're going to play, it's not going to be any different than what we've been doing. The depth could be an issue at times, but we've got 8 girls that they practice every day, and I think that whoever we call on, they're going to go out there and play hard.
To top it all off, talk about the crowd today and how that affected the game.
Oh, it's so much fun. Sitting through our games, other than having to talk loud so everybody hears you, I don't notice it as much, but it's so awesome sitting through the guys' games. I did it for 12 years sitting over there, and you don't probably enjoy it as much as you're coaching, but as a fan sitting there watching the guys play, it's unbelievable. That's a great atmosphere, and a lot of people have heard about Rhodes Fieldhouse and what goes on here, but I think that there was 2 really exciting games played tonight.
All right, 66-49 win over Henderson State again. Head coach Tim Kirby. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Here with Sherilyn McMenemy after a 66-49 win over Henderson State tonight. Sherilyn had 20 points. Talk about today's game. What went well for you tonight?
I feel like we just followed the game plan that we had in mind. I think everyone had a great mindset. Our numbers were dwindling, so we knew that if we wanted to win, we had to get it done from the beginning. So I feel like everyone did a really good job of doing their part.
20 points, and then you had 2 3-pointers as well. So usually you're down low. So what went well for you on the 3-point side of things?
Like my coach said just a second ago, I think I was just shooting with confidence. A big part of it was one of our top scorers went down last game, and I knew that all of us had to pick up slack, so I figured I would do my part and pick up some of the slack. So I was just shooting with confidence. If it didn't go in, I was going to go get the board.
Moving on into the season, where the Lady Bisons are struggling with injuries. Talk about how that might have an effect as the season continues.
We just have to toughen up. Injuries happen. It's part of sports. It's unfortunate because everyone we could use and that we need, but I feel like everyone as a whole is just picking up the slack and just getting to it.
Sherilyn McMenemy here with 20 points after a 66-49 win over Henderson State. Thanks, Sherilyn.